Well, that video kind of cut in half, but I'm back. It's like, and I'm still talking about emotions, man. A lot of people lose their jobs over emotions. Like they don't feel like going to work, so they won't go to work. They don't feel like putting up with a supervisor, so they lash out at them. Beat their ass and get locked up. They don't feel like some people don't even take care of themselves because they don't feel like it. So just don't let because you don't feel something right now, don't let that shit be the end all be all for you. So you have to make sure that you think like, hold on, do I sit around and hollow in my emotions, or do I actually be a man, be a woman, stand up on my 10 toes and get on my shit. And speaking of that, I'm gonna get into the last point and the last one for this, man. And this one is about discipline, man. This is another thing that makes people weak. If you're not disciplined, you will be weak at the end of the day. If you can't stay a minute without trying to watch your phone, trying to look up TikTok, trying to you're trying to beat your meat, trying to I literally seen a video of a woman arrested because she was masturbating on the beach with a vibrator, and I feel like that's weak behavior right there. Like you don't it doesn't get any weaker than that. Like, you clearly know the law that you're not supposed to just sit around and masturbate in public, but you do it because you feel weak and taken over by the emotions. She said she was stressed and she needed to relieve her stress, and I also have videos on stress. You can watch them, or you cannot. It's up to you, Yeah, so discipline is like something very tricky, man. I have to talk about discipline because, it's something that, goes and ties in with all those things, all those three things that I say, all those two things that I say, which is, the third one is discipline, but it ties in with it, and it ties with the principle, the last bonus point, when you have discipline in life, you don't just go based on your lust, your emotions. You go based on like what you set out to do. Let's say you have set goals. You say, my goals is to do this, and that. You discipline yourself until you reach those goals and you accomplish them. You don't just throw away everything because you're not disciplined enough to go along with the things that you need to go along with. First thing first, man. Like in this life, man, you will never get nothing without discipline. Like, I'm telling you, not even friends. And any friends that you have and you don't have discipline, they probably don't have discipline too. Let's say y'all have planned to go somewhere together, you just bail out on them. You're like, nah, I feel like sitting down and eat ice cream right now. I don't feel like going over there, and that's being undisciplined as hell, and this not being disciplined, man, that shit can make you fat, broke, it can make you depressed. So don't be the undisciplined one. Be disciplined. If you tell yourself, man, I'm gonna do this, do it. If you tell yourself, I'm gonna wake up 5 a.m. and I'm gonna do that 2 laps, even if it's 2 laps, man, like, there's a book called Atomic Steps. It doesn't matter if you take big giant steps or small steps. You can take small steps and still get far. Sometimes people don't understand, a turtle can still win a race when a gazelle or cheetah was running fast and they stopped. They wasn't disciplined, but a turtle was going so slow and they ended up like finishing the race, you know. Another thing about discipline is, man, when you are disciplined, it's like you won't fall into a lot of temptation. You know, there are girls who will set you up in this life if you're not disciplined, you know, because, you know, you just going off the, like I said, the first thing, lust. You're going off lust and you feel like, man, you know, I just gotta get her, I just gotta do this. And then she has some people that will set you up so that you will be messed up, you know, and you end up being messed up. You know, you end up, you know, like hurting yourself because you wasn't disciplined. You know, a lot of people have been set up, you know, over sex, over drugs, and all that, you know. So that's because they wasn't disciplined enough, you know. So, and discipline doesn't just deal with success. Discipline also deals with, you know, keeping yourself alive and not making yourself a weak link, you know, a weak target, you know. Yeah, because people can say that, hold on, you know, people can tell you that you need guns, you need this and that to be safe, but a lot of times you need discipline, you know, to be safe too, you know. Yeah, you might need guns, you might need this and that to protect yourself, but with discipline, all those things, a lot of time probably you won't even have to use them, you know, because you're very disciplined, you know. You won't fall for just anything, you know, to be honest. You know, you won't mess up your marriage for anything. You won't mess up your friendship for just anything, you know. Yeah. So you need to understand that, man, you know. And when it comes to like success, man, you know, a lot of people view success as strength too, you know. So of course when you get successful, people will view you as stronger, you know. So whenever they view you as stronger, they a lot of time it's because of the discipline that you apply to be successful, you know. Yeah, you know, that's where the strengths come from, you know. And a lot of times if you have to believe in a higher power to stay disciplined, then do it. You know, whatever you have to believe in to keep yourself disciplined, do it, man, you know. And if you don't need to believe in a higher power, that's cool, but being disciplined is one of the most important things, you know. You won't even be a good father if you're not disciplined, you know. You won't even be a good mother if you're not disciplined. You won't be a good child if you're not disciplined. You won't be good at anything if you're not disciplined, you know. So make sure that you keep that in your head, you know. You won't even be a good driver, and driving is one of the easiest things you can do, but you can't even be a good driver if you're not disciplined enough to keep your hands on the wheel, keep your foot on the pedals, and keep rolling, you know. Yeah, so and this comes in with the last thing I was gonna say, man. Morals, you know, morals are very, very important, man. You know, don't think that, you know, you can escape morals in this world, you know, or principles, if I should say, you know. And a lot of time that's because of discipline, you know. Like if you tell yourself, man, you know, I need to be disciplined enough, you know, not to ever fight with a woman, you know, not to ever hit women, you know. And I'm not saying that, man, if a woman coming at you with a saw, you know, trying to cut your head off, you shouldn't defend yourself. You think that's a whole different scenario, man. You know, you should always try to defend yourself, of course, not try to put anybody in danger, not try to make anybody weak. We trying to make people strong here, you know, mentally, physically, emotionally. So, of course, you have to be able to stand up for yourself. But let's say you tell yourself, I'm never going to hit a woman. Sometimes a woman might throw themselves at you and be like, man, you know, hit me. You know, let's see if you're a man then. You know, like, you know, vice versa. You know, some women, they stronger than men, and they don't want to hit men, and a lot of men, they might do that shit to them, you know. So I don't know if that apply a lot to them, but I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Everybody know their strength, you know. So physically, of course, you know. So if she comes to you, she start telling you, oh, hit me then, you think you gangster, you think you a man then, you know, hit me then, let's see then, you know, and you end up breaking your own promise and hitting them, you might end up going to jail, end up feeling bad about what the fuck you just did, when you could have just literally just walk out and not be bothered with the shit, you know, walk out and not be bothered with it, you know, and that would, you know, that would have solved the whole situation. And, you know, and literally, you know, and that's also part of the discipline. You know, discipline, it can help with your lust, your emotions, and your principles, you know. So yeah, so don't feel like, man, you can't don't feel like you can't be disciplined, you know. Don't feel like you can't discipline yourself, you know. Don't feel like, oh, you need corrections to discipline you. A lot of time people need like authorities to discipline them, but like for those of people though that never really had like super authoritative figures in their life, you know, or just you know, like jail and all that other shit, man, you know, you can plan to discipline yourself. You can plan to sit down, you know, and discipline yourself, you know, because you won't ever get nowhere without discipline. You won't ever have like true strength within you without discipline. Because imagine if you just like a fly, if the wind goes this way, you go this way. If the wind goes this way, you go that way. You know, then you really just not strong, you know. Even air can move you, you know. So you know, you need to be more disciplined. You need to kind of be like, sometimes you kind of need to be like a rock, you know, like that will help you a little bit, you know, that, you know. And I'm not saying be like a rock all the time, no, but I'm saying like in certain situations, you gotta kind of be like a rock, you know, not moving, you know, because life can move you this way, that way, and you can end up feeling, you know, lost, confused, you know, used, misused. You know, yeah, so I'm gonna end this video right here, man. You know, I hope those things help you become a stronger man, you know. And I know you was probably expecting me to tell you, oh, you need to get guns, you need to have like an army, you need to this and that, take over the world, you know. How many people done take over the world and got shot and killed, man? You know, be honest with me, man. You know, even Osama bin Laden got killed, you know. So I'm just saying, you know, Gaddafi got killed, you know, Saddam Hussein got killed, you know, who else, you know, literally, you know, they done locked up El Chapo, locked up Larry Hoover, locked up, you know, all the big time, you know, gang leaders, they done locked them up, you know. So all that shit is going to show you that sometimes using intellect is way more powerful than trying to use force. You know, of course, force is always required in a lot of shit in life, you know. And, you know, of course, you have to defend yourself if you need to in this life, you know. But learn when to use force, how to use force, you know, when to use intellect and how to use intellect, when to tame yourself, your desires, when to have principles and morals, you know, yeah, and when to be disciplined about like everything that you want and need in this life, man. You know, peace, you know, love, positivity, man. You know, even if it's not positivity, whatever you feel, man, you know. But I'm just saying, like, just don't fall when you can still stand, you know. Peace, man. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want to, man. Subscribe to my channel, like my shit, comment, you know, tell me what you guys think, and just, yeah, tell me what you guys think, you know, and you know, follow my TikTok too. You know, I'm trying to grow on TikTok so I can be able to impact more people and help more people. If you feel like this video helped you you know, tell me down below too, man. You know, it's desire peace, man. You know, that's the only thing I desire right now, peace, and that's literally my name. So, you know, I always say, man, you know, Badai, you know, means later, you know.